In this video, I want to show you how you can take multiple audio files and string them together into one MP3 file. So over here in this folder called Playlists, I'm going to open it up, and I've got a bunch of stuff in here practicing some web design. But what I'm going to work with are OGG files: apples, bananas, cherries, oranges, and pineapple. And all that is just me saying apples, bananas, cherries, oranges, pineapples, just for the sake of learning how to string together audio files into one single file. Alright, so that's where I'm going to get those OGG files. I'm going to open up Audacity, which you can download for free. I'm going to go up to File, and I'm going to go down here to Import, and you got to kind of slide over here, click Audio, and now it automatically is pointing to my folder called Playlists, and down here are my OGG files. I'm going to highlight all 5 of them and then come down here and click Open. Okay, so now I've got all 5 files in my Audacity interface here, and what I want to do is I want to copy and paste or cut and paste them so that they're all on one string. Here, if you look to the left, this one says apples. Down lower it says bananas. Down here this one says pineapple. The one above it oranges. The one above it cherries. And so that's all of them. So I'm going to start off by highlighting bananas. I'm going to keep apples up here. And whatever order you want to put this in, this is if you need to have a specific order, you want to make sure that from top to bottom you've got this order being pasted together the way you want it. But anyway, let's take our bananas, highlight bananas, hit Control X to cut it, come over here to the top at the end of the line, click your left mouse cursor so that you're actually in there, and then hit Control V to paste it. So now you've pasted it. Now if I go down further, now I want to highlight the cherries. So I click in this little section here to the left, Control X to cut it, come back up here to where I'm pasting all these next to each other and scroll way off to the right, click at the end, and then Control V to paste it. Let's go back down and find the next one. Okay, so highlighted here for oranges, and you want to make sure that just oranges is highlighted. Control X to cut it, go back up, scroll over to the right to find the end, click right in there at the end, and then Control V to paste it. Go back down to your next one, which I thought I would have. There it is. You kind of have to scroll to the left, because as you can see, scrolling down, I needed to scroll to the left just to see my pineapple audio. So let's click the pineapple, Control X to cut it. So there's a little bit of scrolling going on. There might be a better way to do this, but looking online, this is the only way I've seen how to do it so far in a few tutorials that I watched. Scroll all the way over here to the end of it, click at the end, and then Control V to paste. Okay, now you've got 5 files pasted. So let's test it. Let me scroll all the way to the left again so we get to the beginning of this, and click inside the interface right about at the beginning of where the sound should start, and then click your green arrow, play.
Apples, bananas, cherries, oranges, pineapple.
Okay, so you should have been able to hear how they're successfully threaded one right after the other. Now go to File, go down to Export Audio, and I'm going to save this on my desktop. And my very first sound file was called Apples, and so I no longer want it to be named Apples because I have all of the fruits, so I'm going to name it fruit.mp3. And also with Audacity, you've got this drop down where you can choose MP3 if you have downloaded LAME. If you just download Audacity without also downloading LAME, then you can't make MP3s, but you can make OGG, you can make WAVE, you can make MP2s, and all these other things that I really have never used for anything before. Okay, so I'm going to call this Fruit MP3, It's going to be saved on my desktop. Click the save button. Tracks will be mixed down to 2 stereo channels in the exported file. Click OK. And there, I thought that there would be a bar or something that would show me how the program is advancing, but I do not see that. So I'm going to minimize the program, and I see right here fruit.mp3. I'll double click it just to be sure.
Apples, bananas, cherries, oranges, pineapple.
All right, so I've got all of those strung together into a single MP3 file. The reason that I can go up here back into Audacity, hit File, Close, Save Changes before closing. No, I don't need to save the changes because I just tested my MP3 file and everything's all fine and dandy. Close out of that. The reason that I wanted to create that is because I'm creating a digital notebook from a library book, and let me open it up really quick. Over here to the left, I've got each chapter, a navigation for notes for each chapter, and for the first chapter I read the entire chapter 1, and it was 25 minutes and 29 seconds long. I did the same thing for chapter 2, 30 minutes and 56 seconds long. I did the same thing for 3, same thing for 4. By the time I got to chapter 5, I was just reading them in small increments. So I ended up having multiple audio files for one single chapter, but with the way I'm using this digital notebook, I want my I want my code to refer to a single MP3 for each click for each chapter, and I don't want to have to deal with making a playlist and going through the code to have a loop that just loops through each one of those. I wanted to just thread them all together and make everything nice and easy. So if you find that you need to do something like this for any of your projects, I just showed you a pretty easy way to handle that.